So what's it like for you now being one of the older guys, being one of the veterans?
I mean, honestly, I kind of consider myself a veteran. I mean, my sophomore and junior year, just kind of being in the program. But, I mean, it's awesome just taking that leadership role. I mean, just working hard, showing some of the younger guys, the new guys, kind of the routine and, like, the work ethic that kind of our coaching staff and the program kind of demands. But, I mean, it's awesome. It's always been fun here, so.
It's kind of, 2 years ago, you're the catcher, 2 years later back at it. But you kind of learn just on managing that position and trying to stay as healthy as possible, and not get kind of beaten down by it day to day.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, just sophomore year. I mean, that was the first full year I caught. I mean, I obviously learned a lot, like mentally and physically. But yeah, I mean, just the main part, just staying healthy, taking care of yourself. I mean, maintaining weight. I mean, throughout that year, I lost about 22, 23 pounds. So yeah, at the end of the year, I was just over 200 pounds, and right now I'm like 228. So obviously learned about that. I mean, flexibility, stuff like that. But I mean, just growing up kind of in the program with Coach Bianco, seeing like what he demands from his catchers, and I mean the work ethic, and I mean just the mental focus and toughness day in and day out.
Because you've been in the program for so long, does he expect more of you from the catcher position?
Yeah, I mean, I think he expects a lot of things from, I mean, everyone. But I mean, that's one of the benefits of coming to Ole Miss. I mean, all of the coaching staff call it. So I mean, you're under a microscope when you're catching. I mean, they're watching you. I mean, day in, day out, telling you little tips. I mean, sometimes it's a little overwhelming because you got 3 different coaches coming up to you trying to work on different things. But I mean, it's also a blessing because you get to obviously get better, get that coaching and all that, so that helps.
You kind of see Chris handling just what's coming up for the Friday night spot.
Definitely,
Just
yeah,
as far as
absolutely,
mentally day to day.
absolutely. I mean, obviously, Coach said it all. I mean, he's our most talented pitcher. I mean, you're going to see that throughout the year, and his name on all the draft boards and all that. But I mean, he's really grown up. I mean, in his 3 years here, I mean, he kind of came in. I mean, was one of those guys that pitched a decent amount his freshman year. And I mean, if he hadn't gotten hurt last year, I mean, he would have been a huge part of our success. And I mean, definitely would have helped. But I mean, mentally, he's put in the work. I mean, he's confident. I mean, I don't trust anybody more than him Friday night. So.
What kinds of things have you picked from the coaches and from Stewart last year?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously, he was the best catcher in the country last year. And I mean, just the way he went out day in, day out with his business. I mean, he came up to the field every day. I mean, he was early, he put in the extra time in the cages. I mean, all the bullpens and stuff. I mean, just that mental toughness and focus that it takes. I mean, to catch in the SEC. I mean, he did a great job, and I mean, I think all of our catchers, I mean, me and Austin Knight both learned from that. Obviously, like you said, with the coaching staff being catchers, I mean, we're under the microscope, and I mean, we definitely put the work in, and they give us the coaching just to get better. I mean, we really don't have a choice but to get better. So,
what's the spot behind you? How have Austin and Henry come along? I mean,
Absolutely. I mean, both of them. I mean, you guys have seen Austin Knight catch. I mean, he's a great catcher. I mean, he hit a lot last year. I mean, he's definitely going to get some innings, and I mean, I think whoever you put out there is going to be successful in helping this team win ball games. And then Henry was another guy. I mean, from the day he stepped on campus, I mean, we knew he was going to be good. But I mean, just to see the progress from, I mean, early fall to early spring now. I mean, he's gotten a lot better and improved dramatically. I mean, he's gotten stronger, quicker. I mean, his arm strength's there. He looks like an SEC catcher right now as a freshman. So he's definitely going to have a solid couple of years here. I think he's going to be very, very big to the success of the program.
What's the key to you for being more consistent at the plate?
Honestly, just I mean, work ethic. I mean, last year, I mean, it was a tough year. I went from playing every day to just hitting. I mean, it just mentally kind of took its toll. But I mean, I know the kind of hitter I am, and I mean, I know the work that I put in. I mean, have nothing but confidence in myself and my coaches who have obviously helped me work on that swing and stuff. But honestly, just staying healthy, staying strong, and mentally just being confident in what I do.
Is there any kind of extra pressure having to replace Stewart and Andrew as far as the middle of the order for guys like you and Austin and Sykes?
Honestly, not really. We're not too focused about last year and pressure and people leaving and stuff like that. Catching something I've done my whole life, and I've put in the work to get to where I am today. So I'm nothing but confident about my ability back there. And then in the middle of the lineup, it happens everywhere. People leave, get drafted, stuff like that. But the middle of our lineup is definitely worked hard. Had a lot of success. Austin had a great year last year. It was my sophomore year, and then Sykes is just one of those bats that, he's going to hit. I don't know the number, but he hit over 500 this whole fall and led the team in home runs and RBIs. I think the three of us are kind of gonna hold down the middle of the lineup, and just driving runs. We know what to expect with Coach Godwin, and what he expects of us is basically just driving in runs. Not really focused on batting average or anything like that, just getting our runs in.